even though it's not like officially official yet, there's a lot of rumors that CM Punk is going to be joining AEW. So do you have any thoughts on him?
Yeah, I was thinking. I was thinking when I was wrestling this weekend. They did a rumble, and they legitimately like waited every 2 minutes to send somebody in. I was thinking CM Punk was going to pop up in that rumble.
Oh gosh,
no. But do I have any thoughts on CM Punk? Yeah, I'm a little confused because with Daniel Bryan too. So these are all the rumors, but are they confirmed?
Nothing's like officially confirmed, but I know Tony Khan got the rights to Cult or no.
Well, Living Color followed them. I saw that. Yeah,
right. Yeah. So it's looking good.
So
in Chicago.
Yeah. So just as I do cardio and I listen to different things, and a lot of times I listen to Hannibal TV, but I don't think I was listening to that particular one. What was I listening to? Not Cultaholics. There's a few. Maybe WrestleMania or something. I try to listen to like what the news are and try to keep the updates because I don't know where to get proper news. I don't really follow the Meltzer stuff or anything like that. So
me neither.
It's just whatever pops up on literally like YouTube when I put in pro wrestling or something. So go watch matches, but I'll click on it and listen. But it seems as though they're all talking as though it's confirmed, But could be a giant swerve. But what are you gonna do with two of them? Like why two of them at one time? How are you gonna do this? You're gonna get one come in Arthur Ashe Stadium. Mm-hmm. That's New York. New York or Chicago first? Which one's first?
New York, right?
Raymond. New York is first. Okay. So what are you going to get? Brian, what are you going to call him?
I don't know.
I only know him as the Red Dragon because like American Dragon,
yeah.
Yeah, because in Europe, he worked all the camps for Brian Dixon, All Star Wrestling, and I would do a lot of town shows, but I was over there. I worked him a couple times over there as the American Dragon. Yeah. He's a. I don't want to say he's a strange dude. He's a interesting dude. Interesting because if I remember right, he didn't even wear deodorant at the time. Well, he did wear deodorant, but it was like crystals or something. And
deodorant.
And he was always talking about growing his own fruit for when the end of the world. Like some crazy, like some conspiracy stuff. Like so, he's very like. Organically hippie like, in a cool way.
He has a compost toilet, so yes.
So no, it was cool. And he didn't smell or anything, so I mean, whatever that thing he was using worked.
Shout out to Chris.
But I remember he'd always, like, we couldn't get the gyms, but he always trained before the shows in the ring, like Japan style, very much a dojo type style training and stuff like that. And they were fun matches, and he was, I didn't, when he made it, got called up to WWE or whatever. It was WWE then, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I was surprised because he was like that wave of the guys that are not as big as the other guys, and he did well, So tremendous career. So like I'm happy for him, and he's got a great life. So it's always cool when you see people go on that you've worked with and stuff.
And he's, I got to host a panel for him at Florida SuperCon, and we took a photo after, and he is hover handing me like I've never. Have you ever hover handed somebody?
What the hell is a hover?
So it's like
I heard of a hovercraft. So is that similar?
No, it's like
am I hover handing him?
Yes. Okay. So it would be like when you're taking a picture, instead of like touching the arm, like your arm is all the way out here. So his arm is like hovering away from my body, which I'm like, is it a respect thing, or did he just not want to touch me because he thought I was wearing crystal deodorant? I don't know. Like it was.
Or is it just creepy?
I don't know.
It does. I probably hovered handed a few pictures because I knew Luna was watching these pictures and I knew what she thought about the person in that picture besides me. So there was no way I was gonna like make some actual. Contact.
But is this bad?
Contact could have been death for me and that person, no Luna. But maybe it was a situation like that.
Yeah, it's anything's possible.
But knowing him is probably respect.
Yeah.
It was already Daniel Bryan and.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's just total cautious respect and everything. I don't think it was anything strange.
People started.
Might have felt weird because you could feel the energy.
Yeah. But people were like photoshopping the image, like they were putting like a Jim Henson puppet on his hand. I'll have to show you. It's pretty funny. I mean, like it's a good photo. It's a good memory.
So, but what are you gonna do? What are they gonna do? Like, so if Daniel Bryan was probably originally the first, because CM Punk. Have you heard about Daniel Bryan or Bryan Daniels? What are they calling him? Bryan Daniels?
Well, I don't know. And does he come out to Final Countdown? I would hope so, right?
Oh,
Tony has the money for it.
Do you like that song?
Yes.
Oh, one thing that me and you finally are not. I thought this was too perfect.
Oh, we're having our first fight, guys. Okay, here we go. It's our first fight.
Europe, the whole
you don't like Europe?
No.
This song reminds me of Arrested Development also, because Job is like a magician and he always comes out to that song, so it's good memories in my head.
Like, anybody knows me knows I will like turn the station to Final Countdown song.
Really?
Yeah. But secretly, I've turned it, but I think it's because I know that I'm going to hum it the rest of the day.
Oh, it's catchy.
Like,
wow,
yeah.
okay, so you're not a Europe fan. That's interesting.
No, I'm sorry.
Beatles? Do you like the Beatles?
Love the Beatles.
Okay, so we're good
Yeah,
again.
Lennon and McCartney.
I like George too, though, and Ringo. I mean, I like them all.
I'm Lennon, John Lennon guy.
John Lennon.
John Lennon.
Terrible impression. I'm so sorry, everyone. Or Liverpool.
But yeah, it's sad too. That's sad. But yeah. So back to Daniel Bryan. So he's there. What does this mean with CM Punk coming? Does that shadow his move and his debut, or
it's
do they do it together? They had this one giant great thing, and they both come out at the end of the. Is it the Chicago, the pay-per-view?
Well,
Chicago's the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah, Chicago.
So do they all come out at the end of the pay-per-view and make a big statement together, like, one? You don't go into an angle right away with them two. So more importantly, I'm going to tell you what my honest thought was.
Okay.
It wasn't about them two. I was more worried about, what about all the other guys that are barely mediocrely holding on there? There's like, these guys are going to come in. Because as I was watching the show, I tried to watch it this morning before I came here. It was one of the reasons I was a little bit late, Raymond, to be honest. And I'm usually not tardy, but 2 weeks in a row I've been pushing it. But I still get here before we start. But I'm usually a half hour to 2 hours early, but rolling in 5 minutes. But I was trying to watch the show, but things were going all sideways. But it wasn't that bad of a show, AEW. It wasn't bad. I was watching and enjoying it. I mean, Darby Allin had a good match with the Yuta. Yuma. Is that Yuma from Bay Area? Is that the same guy?
Yeah, I think I recognized him because I think we were going to bring him in for FSCW or something, and then they didn't end up bringing him in. But
is he from the Bay Area?
I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, okay.
But it was a good match.
I think, but yeah, no, it was good. Except, I mean, it could be questionable with the Sting, No Cell, and the Orange Cassidy things. but it was good, man. But I was watching the show, but here's what I was thinking already as I was watching the show. Every segment, I didn't finish the show, but every segment up to even the women's had a former WWE person or Sting was WWE technically too, but WCW mainly, but a person involved in every one of those matches and done. I mean, so
that's interesting.
So if you're looking at that, and then here you go, you got Daniel Bryan coming in, and then CM Punk, and so it's eventually it's that. Not the AEW that they proposed to pitch to